Mossy Oaks Hunting the Country is presented by Ram Truck Brand.
The opening day of bow season is just, it's the biggest thing for all of us.
Opening day, there's something magic about that day, and everybody's energy is so high.
We count down the days, the hours, the minutes till it comes.
You know, everybody's so fired up. They've been looking at trail camera pictures and hanging tree stands and shooting their bows and getting ready, and everybody knows tomorrow's the day. You know, Kentucky's unique. It opens up usually first week of September.
Well, Kentucky bow season about 5 years ago would open on October 1st, and about, I don't know, a few years ago they went to September 15th, and then they went to the beginning of September. And what that's done is enabled us to have a chance at harvesting a velvet horn buck, which is a really special thing to a lot of hunters, including bow hunters. You know, our season's really long. It goes from September 5th to January 31st, so you know, you have a long time to really see the full cycle of the rut and before, when they're still in their summer patterns.
Spent a long time with my wife's cousin. I call him my cousin, Austin, getting to know the area. Over the past several years, he and a bunch of buddies of his, they're all Mossy Oak pro staffers here in and around Louisville, have really kind of cracked the code on this early season whitetail hunting.
You know, what we've found interesting is, you know, really opened more doors for us than anything is using the trail cameras. We save every picture of bucks we have, even if they're yearlings. And it's amazing going back and tracing through the pictures that you can find deer that you've been following since they were a yearling all the way up to they're 5, 6 years old. I'll show you Krabby again here. This deer we've been following for about 4 years. That's him this year in 2009. That's him in 2008, 2007, 2006. That's him right there. You can see him. Just look at that left beam there. You can see it's the same deer. We learned so much from the trail cameras as far as the deer's range. You know, the sheds tell us a lot about also what they do in different areas. And you put all that together, and that gives you a picture of a deer and his range and his lifestyle. I mean, look at this deer right here. This is in 08. That's how big he was in 08. So watch what happens to him this year. And that's in velvet. He still was growing there. You know, all this information we get, we really come up with the personality of these deer, so we really become familiar with them in a real intimate way. Y'all ready to warm up a little?
We'll give it a shot.
I got the honey hole for you right here.
We got the whole crew together the day before opening day, after we kind of made sure our preparations were in place, and did a little afternoon dove hunt over at Austin's farm.
You made it?
Chris Paradise.
How you doing? Good to see you, bud. Good to see you again.
Yeah, how you been?
Yeah.
Opening week this week, I've been sending pictures to Chris Paradise. He's our Vice President of Sales and also a freakish whitetail hunter. Lives up in Ohio, and he's not even 5 hours from here, so I sent him enough trail camera pictures over the course of the summer to talk him into jumping in the truck and coming down here. And
okay. This field we'd already shot it once. We didn't think there were any birds left, and somebody came by yesterday and scouted it and got a bunch up. So thought we'd give it one more try here.
Down to the right there, past Chris. A bunch of them been running through there.
All right.
See them over there?
Yeah, here they come.
Oh! Oh, Chris pounded him. Well, tomorrow's the opener in Kentucky. So tomorrow's the day. We'll probably start off with an evening hunt based on what Ben's been seeing. And he's definitely got a few real nice deer on the camera, so if we get lucky enough to see one, it should be pretty good.
That dove's got game.
What we finish up with?
I don't know. I missed a whole bunch. I think I got 4 or 5 in the pack. That might be generous.
So between us, I think we limited. But it wasn't pretty.
Yeah. No, it was not a shooting display by any stretch.
That's all right. I'll tell you, for a 30-minute shoot.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing shoot.
Especially when you come down to deer hunting.
Yeah, that's right.
A little bonus.
Which I believe we're about
24 hours, you be in the tree.
24 hours. Can't believe it. Bow hunting on the way.
Mossy Oak's Hunting the Country is brought to you by Mossy Oak, The Sportsman's Guide, Rocky, Remington, and Ram Truck Brand.
Saying about opening day, there's something magic about that day, and everybody's energy is so high. We went out and we shot a few doves at Austin's farm, and actually had a pretty good shoot. They were flying pretty well.
We're gonna have to go get another box of shells, I believe.
So as much fun as we were having with the doves, in the back of everybody's mind is like, man, I can't wait 24 hours from now and be in a tree. You know, nobody really wanted to go home, so we went back to Austin's house and grilled up some of the burgers from the cows he's got off his farm. He pulled out his guitar and
Nice.
we ended up staying up well past when we should have gone to bed, but it's, you know, it's like Christmas, man. You can't go to bed Christmas Eve.
We're about an hour away from kickoff. You know how it is. Everybody grew up playing sports. Just like right before the game, man. You got that tingling feeling.
All right, let's go do it, man. Let's make it happen.
So that hill kind of breaks off down. There's a big oak down there. You can see the crown of it. When you come over this hill, just take a straight shot right up the tree line and you come right out of that stand. Got it. It is September 5th, opening day, Kentucky, bow season.
We chose not to hunt this morning because it's really hard to get in here in the early season, get back in the woods and not blow them all out. Just always have found you have much better luck if you just hunt the afternoons and you get in there and get settled down. And
Ben's done his homework. He's put us in a choice little spot. Now, we just get some action. It'll be the coup de grace.
well, the thing I like about bow hunting is that it's such an intimate sport where you really feel like you're on the level with the game animal. You know, I feel like it gives such a better challenge to make that wildlife come close. So you have to hone your skills at calling. You have to hone your skills at finding the right setups and planting the food plots to make the game come closer.
Been getting that lazy little TLC all day. Yeah, I'm just making sure it's gonna be in the right spot when I need it. We were gonna stay in 5 minutes. And I looked over and all I saw was the tips of antlers coming over that ridge. Well, it's September 6th, night 2. Unfortunately, my last night in the stand. Being that it's a family weekend and I've been hunting 3 days out of the family weekend, it's time to head back and spend some time, so we feel real good about tonight. It's a little different than last night. We're in a real low bottom in between 2 big ridges.
It's been a little aggravating. You know, we've been following a lot of these deer since June with trail cameras and visual scouting, and right here, you know, day before the season, they start disappearing on us. A little tough. We've had a little bit of tough luck. Had some rain, east wind, which is totally unheard for this time of year, and full moon. But you know, I think our luck's about to change. We just got to put in the time here, and you know, we got a couple more nights to hunt, so hopefully it'll happen here. The enjoyment of the sport is just simply being out there. I mean, bow hunters tend to be a more patient lot, and I think they understand that it might take sitting in a tree, you know, several days or weeks to find that animal you're looking for.
It's a piebald deer. I've never seen one in my life. We just had a little bachelor group of about, I don't know, 4 or 5 little yearlings and 2-year-olds over there.
It's Labor Day weekend. Chris wanted to get back, spend the day with his family and his little boy. He's got a brand new baby girl, and so he got up early and took off. And it is when he take off, I mean, he no sooner left the state and the wind switched from east to west, just like we were looking for it. And we ran back to that same stand that he'd started on opening day. We got in a little late. The deer ain't moving until the latter part of the evening, so we got in there just before 6 o'clock.
Out here, September 7th, 3rd day of the Kentucky season. You recognize this set? This setup, Paradise was there on opening day. It's about what we're looking for. I hope we'll see something moving here pretty soon.
We sat there for 20 minutes or so, just kind of enjoying the evening. Heard something off to the left.
There's a deer. I can see a tail flickering.
Had myself locked in and ready to roll. Man, that deer stepped out right on top of us.
Yep, here comes a buck. He turns, I'm gonna shoot him. You want him? Oh, he went down right there. He's right there. I'm pretty sure he went down right over that hill. How about that, man?
He come in, turned at about 21 yards, just like you want him to. And I mean, just the shot you dream about all year. You sit out here on the range slinging arrows at foam and bag targets and just hoping that you're gonna get a mature buck to do what he did last night.
Last night, we got in stand about an hour earlier than we did the past couple nights because we were a little bit more back in the woods, kind of in a staging area. We felt the deer might move a little bit earlier. Got up in the stand, made sure everything was right, and it took a little while for the first deer activity, and then we had a doe come in and a fawn and feed around a little bit in the clover and fed around for a while and left. I was starting to think, gosh, maybe it's not the night. And then all of a sudden a big group of deer came in, and these deer were all tromping around, chasing each other. So after all that happened, we think some of that commotion might have stirred up the big boy up the hill. About that time, we saw a nice buck come run down the hill and So we knew at that time something had pushed him down there.
Big deer, big deer. That's a big deer. That's caribou, that's caribou. Here he comes, here he comes. Look at all that stuff on his rack. Tell me when.
Mossy Oak is also brought to you by Mossy Oak, Loopold, Leaf River, Scott Archery, come here, dear, and Schwacker.
It's about going on 2 hours after we shot that deer. We were getting down and there was a bunch of deer coming up from the bottom there. One of them blew at us, so rather than taking off after this deer, we figured we'd back out, let those other deer kind of make their way out to the alfalfa, come back in so we don't blow the set, because it's a heck of a set. Yep, look at the blood all over this. Look at that in here. He went down, I thought I saw him fall. Yeah, I sure did. Look at that antler shining right there. Ah, look at that Andy. Man, you gotta love bow hunting. Woo! Look at that buck. Woo! Big old 10-point. What a nice deer. Clean as could be. Got pictures of this buck just a couple days ago on a trail camera, full velvet. But I mean, just a couple days ago. Still got a bunch of cedar all wrapped around the base, even a little bit of velvet left up in there. What a dandy deer. Nice long tines, real wide. Pretty buck. Couldn't ask for better. Looking forward to getting him back. Got a bunch of buddies hunting tonight. My cousin Austin's on a big buck, and I'm looking forward to seeing if he connected with him tonight. That's good. Yes, we got him. That was a good hit. That was a good hit. Oh man, I gotta call Ben or email him. He's gonna be so happy. Ben killed a buck. Ben killed a 10. All right, yes. This is our evening, man.
When we sent the email out to let them know that we had harvested caribou and got an email back saying they got a 10-pointer, I was just fired up for them. And you know, usually when something smiles on one person, that's when it's happening for a lot of people, and it all just came together that evening. We named him Caribou because last year he had a real atypical, non-typical rack that had a somewhat looked like a shovel in the front. We saw him in June, and he was unlike a lot of the bucks. He was already really far developed in his rack in June. He had kickers and you know, a full frame almost. And I remember calling and saying, I know what tree we're gonna get him in, and that's the buck we're gonna go after. All right, let's go find our arrow here. Man, I wanna go find this guy. I'm fired up. All right, here's my arrow. Oh yeah, that's a good sign. That looks good. We should be able to get right on him there. Okay, yeah, here he is. All right, he went up right through here. Man, I can't imagine him running too far off the hill. Oh, there he is. Yes. All right. Look at him. There he is.
Ooh, look at that rascal right there.
Man. He's great. He's better than I thought he was. Yeah, that is great. Look at him. Big old sucker. Wow, he's looking great. He's got all these points on here. Let's see, I don't know if I can count them all here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on that side. 11. Got a couple little ones you probably count. 11, 12, 13. I don't know about these there. You could hang a ring. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 points. He was carrying this vine down the hill. And he was wearing it like it was a trophy there, let me tell you. Here we've been kind of tracking this deer for about 2 years and found both of his sheds last year, not 100 yards from where we killed him here. Man, I'm real happy we got him here. He was eluding us a little bit. We've been hunting hard for the last 3 days and really not seeing much but a bunch of yearlings and stuff. And our luck turned tonight, man. Everything was still, wind was right, so it happened. So, all right, now the work begins. Try to get this big guy out of these woods here. Have to call some friends, maybe get some help here. So let's get on the road.